Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Little song there, guys, little song. I'm not charging for that either. Just want to let you know that one. Okay, so I thought we'd look up everything that's going down in the Chelsea world right now. And so it seems we've got our man, Christopher NKunku, RB Leipzig, that is likely to be joining us in the summer for anything around 60 to 70 million euros. Now, he has done a medical and there is an agreement in place, no contracts, but the nitty gritties have all been finalised. He wants to come to us, and it seems that we have a very good acquisition now. He's a player, France international. He's not the French international, the number one striker for France, as we know. That belongs to the main man himself, and of course our ex-striker. But he is an extremely good, prospect, this guy. I was just looking at his stats here. He's 103 games, 38 goals, 37 assists. He's a left-sided attacker, can play in a 3 or a 2. And, good vibes between us and Leipzig. Fabrizio Romano, whether you follow him or not, it's almost a here we go with him. He's gone live with that one, but yeah, he's passed the medical, everything's all good to go, and it looks like it's one for next season, so I'm just going to go through a few things here on social media right now. There's a bit of a dilemma, and it's reference Christian Pulisic, Ziyech, two players that could be surplus to requirements, players that have had a indifferent set of circumstances regarding last season and this season. You have to say that Ziyech has not really had the opportunities, neither has Pulisic. Pulisic's had a lot of injuries, as we know, and they are quality players, and both of those players, to be perfectly honest with you, I've always really liked, but nothing's really come to fruition. Can Graham Potter get them to work, get it to, make it happen for Chelsea? I really don't know. But they both got man of the match awards for their respective countries. And is it a Chelsea thing? Are these players just naturally good, and when they go off somewhere else, is somebody else going to reap the benefits, as a result of it? Let me know what you think down below, guys. AC Milan apparently interested in the services of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So here's another one I'm not really sure about. Ruben's one of those where he's been at the club a long time. He's gone out on loan. He had a terrible injury. We all know that. And he come back. And there's been certain games where he's been really good. I mean, really good. But then, is he really good enough to play for Chelsea? Is he that real deal top draw player that if you really want to aim to those dizzy heights, down at the top table in football, is Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Do we cash in on Ruben? Another one here, guys, rather interesting. This is reference our ex-player. Well, he's our player still. That's Romelu Lukaku. And I'll read this out. This is on Football London. It says, Romelu Lukaku's dream return to Inter Milan hasn't quite gone to plan this season after picking up a number of harsh injuries while on loan at Chelsea. Former Inter Milan president Massimo Moratti has branded Romelu Lukaku's return to the San Siro as a big rip-off. The 29-year-old returned to the Nerazzurri in the summer on a season-long loan after a permanent move collapse. Due to the Italian giants' spending restrictions amid fair play concerns, the club were not willing to meet Chelsea's asking price and signed the Belgian international outright. Instead, Inter opted for a loan, and the Blues negotiated a fee to pay for Lukaku's services. And we know that. Now, the striker, who sees his deal at Stamford Bridge expire in 2026, but it's still quite a long way away, let's be fair, He's set to return to West London at the end of the season, but with Lukaku having admitted that he doesn't see his prospects in West London improving, he's been heavily linked with staying at Inter for good. But after picking up a number of injuries, which has kept him out of Simone Inzaghi's side, doubt has been cast as to whether Inter share Lukaku's desire for a long-term future together. The Belgian was previously out for 2 months at the start of the season due to a hamstring problem before residing to the sidelines once more after suffering a thigh issue. Lukaku is out in Qatar at the World Cup. Has featured 4 times for the Nerazzurri Serie A this term, directly contributing to just 2 goals. And it's because of this the striker has been branded a big rip-off by Maratti. Speaking on Gianluca Rossi's YouTube channel, the former Inter president said, "We almost forgot the fact that Inter are doomed without a player they're based everything upon. Lukaku is a big rip-off. He has practically never played." Well, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, as I said, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to consider. I'll say this particular window is one of those where we're going to have to do something. There's lots of players that are coming to the end of their contracts, or at least we have to make decisions regarding their contracts. We need to do that sooner rather than later, or offer them a new deal, you know. Some of it was also in the news. Gary Neville's got plenty to say about Jamal Musiala for leaving Chelsea. He's always got too much to fucking say, Gary. Fucking absolute rat. I hate him, to be fair. He's really... do you know what? As the years have gone on, I just think he's an opportunist, Mr. Neville. And, well, it was at one point where I actually quite enjoy listening to what he's got to say, but I just think he's an absolute fucking rat. He really is. As I say, it's all really about NKunku and obviously that FA Cup draw, guys, which is fucking absolute joke, let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, not too much to talk about. There was lots of pictures actually about Ben Chilwell in training, and also Reece James. So, you know, fingers crossed when we come back to the fold. Obviously, we need those players fit and ready to go, because we've got a lot of games, you know, and as I say, Champions League returns, and I think our season's going to be based around that Champions League, to be fair. So, fuck knows where we're going to be if we lose to Dortmund. It's going to be, it might be one of them seasons, guys, you know, when we you know, just let the season ride out and let him play around with formations until he can get exactly you know, what he wants in terms of how he expects us to set out and play, like, you know. But that's really about it, though, guys. You know, what do you think about that? Then, would you take Romelu Lukaku back? Do you think Graham Potter could make something out of him? Would you keep Hakim Ziyech? What do you reckon about Christian Pulisic? And what do you think about those contracts coming up? You've either got to extend them, new deals, for Kante and Jorginho. And let's have it right, they're both players that are really loved by the supporters base, let's be fair, you know. But do we cash in while we can and use that money elsewhere? And Ruben Loftus-Cheek, what's your opinion on that one, guys? Any other information that comes out that's worth a chat, or put a video out there. Nice to speak to you guys, and much love and up the chills.